guys, it's 14 Gamer Girl 28 here, and I am with Sky, as you guys can see here. And Sky 99 be exact. So if you guys want to go ahead and check on over to her YouTube channel, she does a bunch of gaming and everything more often than not that I do. So you guys should definitely check her out. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and announce this right now. I'm going to be her editor. So if you guys want to keep a lookout and everything, you'll see that she'll be posting videos more often than I will. Sky, what's your schedule? Do you know for how many times a day or a week you're posting videos?
Probably every single day, trying to get there. I mean,
Okay.
I do work. I have a normal job. I gotta be like a human for once. I can't be like a robot.
Granted, yeah. So what we're going to do today, do you want to explain, Sky, or do you want me to explain?
I can explain. We're doing makeup. I never did makeup very well. It's like painting. I bought new stuff to make everything pretty.
Awesome.
Hopefully I won't fail.
Yeah. So one thing for sure is that you guys have never really seen me attempt. Well, I'm pretty sure maybe once in a blue moon, and that was many years ago. You guys saw me try to put on makeup, and that was disastrous. It was me with eyeliner and just eyeshadow, right? So I've grown up a bit, as you guys can see, and you're gonna watch me. We're gonna do a tutorial of how I put on makeup. And we're gonna go ahead and actually, help Sky learn how to put on makeup too at the same time. So what she has right there is a blending beauty sponge thing. I'm not entirely sure what it's called, so I know blasphemy, whatever. I don't care.
Total face sponge, use wet or dry by Elf.
Yeah.
I don't
So
need a sock.
what I have, what I'm gonna start off with is my blemish control face primer by Elf. So I don't know if you guys can see that.
Smells weird.
So that's what I'm going to start off with. As you guys can already see, I pulled my hair back so that way my full face is exposed and you can see all the wrinkles or blemishes or whatever. Honestly, you know what? Personally, I think you got like a person is beautiful without makeup. As my cat makes noise around me. So, yeah, and if you guys notice in the background, there's like my mattress propped up against a wall because I don't use it. So, anyways, we're gonna get started. So, like I said, we're using the what I'm using is the Elf Blemish Control Face Primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Sky, what do you have for your face primer? You got nothing?
Nothing.
That's okay.
Daily moisturizer.
So you're gonna want to put on maybe a little bit of moisturizer. Like put on maybe the size of your finger at most. Yeah, because you can use it to spread over your face. And you guys are going to have to excuse me as I brush against my mic occasionally.
Annoy me. I'm making weird noises. Is that what I do with makeup?
Cat, can you not? Thank you, Alistair.
No. I want to feel your pain.
And I want you guys to go ahead and notice that I personally don't do my eyebrows or anything. And it looks like Sky doesn't really do it, mess with her eyebrows either. So, honestly, another thing I just don't understand for people that do makeup is that they feel like they have to make their eyebrows on fleek, quote unquote. That's something I just don't get.
Bushy eyebrows. I need to wax
them,
actually.
You don't need to wax them. You honestly just need to shape them a little,
Right here, mostly. I got like a unibrow going on. Can't tell by the makeup or camera.
Okay, so now that we've, primed our face, as far as I know, is that I actually tried to start with using a color correction palette. I have a color correction palette, again, by Elf. So Sky doesn't have that, and that's okay. So she's kind of just, getting herself ready. She went to Ulta, and this lady tried to make her buy a $40...
That's this, but $40. I'm like, no, I'm a cheapskate. $6, ladies and gentlemen.
So what I'm going to use is I'm going to go ahead and use the blue to go ahead and brighten underneath my eyes here. Um, to make sure that underneath my eyes it doesn't look like I'm kind of, sunk in
Yeah.
or dead. That's another thing. As you guys can see, I use this actually a lot. I'm actually almost out of it. I need a new palette. I've been actually wearing makeup a lot more because I've had job interviews and everything. And guys, if you haven't noticed, I don't post as often as I used to. It's because I have a lot, honestly, a lot going on in my life.
He does. Trust me.
So, but that's for another day, another story. It does have to do with Indie Angle. If you guys wanted to kind of pry into my life a little bit, which is okay, I don't mind. If you guys ever want to talk to me, though, I'm always open to chatting. So that's something I would use to like help take off makeup, honestly. But
Oh, I use it every night. I fall asleep with it on.
oh gods, that sounds painful.
I'm that type of person. I fall asleep with mask on. Like for Christmas, I got this mask, this mask,
Oh my gods.
this mask. Did I say I get a mask? My favorite one. I had like 5 of these. These are my last one.
So the other color I'm going to use here is actually going to be like a yellow to help still brighten up underneath my eyes. I know that's probably not entirely what it's used for, but that's okay.
It's a pulley. It's a pulley, not a twisty.
It's a pump, girl.
No.
Not a pulley.
No, the lid. Cut, cut. It was a pulley.
Oh, okay.
Twisty.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to use is going to be using a green color correction. So what I'm going to do is actually, for all the blemishes I have and all the redness, I'm going to go ahead and go around there and start covering that up. So what I have right here, I have a couple of blemishes down here. I want you guys to notice that for the blemishes and for the green, it actually cancels out the color for that and thus, covering up the blemish itself. Green counteracts the red. It's kind of like art in a way, thinking about it.
Squirty, squirty. Pat, 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 pat. Hey,
And make sure you tap instead of, brushing. That's the right thing. So, see, like what Sky's doing right there. So,
you bang your face with the thing.
yeah, you just gotta keep on hitting yourself in the face.
I mean, I didn't know this was going to match my skin color, but it's matching it pretty well. Can't see well, I got another light.
Okay, so we're done with the color correction palette, right? And what I'm going to do now is actually foundation. And I want you guys to know is I got these at HEB. That's a grocery store in Texas for like $1. And it came in a pack of like 12. So you could get these at HEB. You can get them at Walmart. You can pretty much get them anywhere in any grocery store in the makeup aisle or in the medical section. Somewhere in the personal section, pretty much.
I want it to feel like special. I want it to be like all those makeup girls getting their stuff from all these expensive places.
Yeah, so personally, guys, don't go too nuts. All the stuff that I have, you don't have to get. If you want to make it like a more professional, then you're more than welcome to get this kind of stuff. You don't have to get the exact brands that I get, or get what works for you. Always be you. That's always why I try to promote is to be yourself and be the true you. So what I'm going to do here is I have a lot on here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a good scoop right off my finger. I know you guys are going to hate me for the people that actually do makeup videos, so I don't care. Is I'm going to actually tap in the correct locations of my face. And then
Delilah, no. I'm coming in here. You want to? I put makeup on you.
So make sure that you go underneath your neck here, you know, because to blend it into, I kind of don't get it a little bit, but I do at the same time why that people do that. And make sure you go over your nose.
I don't know if this is like a right skin color for me. Like
No, I'm seeing it blend in pretty well. Sky, make sure, yeah, right underneath your chin there, on the left and right sides. Make sure you go and try to blend it in better there.
That's what I'm working on.
So, yeah, what we're doing right now is after we put dots on our face full of the makeup or foundation, I'm sorry for hitting my mic again, is making sure that we blend it into our face.
Gotta erase the nose. Gotta erase the nostrils. That feels weird. That is pretty good. I usually wear this foundation, but I'm kind of out of it.
And that's okay.
So I got a new one. Hopefully it works better. Or similar. It's really, it smells like, I can't describe it.
You smelling the makeup, or are you smelling like the sponge?
The sponge where the makeup is.
Okay.
You know, I have like red all over my face. So I have to like get into the crevice of my nose.
So what you want to do, so there's the other side of the that sponge, and that's actually the blending side a little bit. Use the corner of it to get into the crevices a little bit of your nose.
Okay.
So one thing I do have actually is called a Revlon Color Stay Eyeshadow Primer. It's a base primer for your eyes, obviously. You know, that's the whole point of it. So that's what it looks like. It's a tiny little tube. I think it costs like $5. It's got a shelf life of 12 months. It comes in a 0.33 fluid ounce and a 10 milliliter little tube. You don't need much. I try not to put so much on it. What?
You're telling me makeup has expression dates?
What?
Makeup has expression dates.
Yeah, they have expiration dates. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know the little 12M or something on there? It comes with it. So guys, what I'm doing for my eye primer is I'm actually taking my foundation brush here by e.l.f. It's got eyeliner on it, excuse me, because, you know, sometimes.
Contour palette. I'm going a little bit ahead here.
That's okay. I'm about ready to move to that in a second here.
I'm going to be over here struggling to open this. So you good? You good? Okay. I don't want to ruin the box.
Oh, I'd throw the box away, girl.
Okay. She-Hulk.
That thing is going to be like your best friend.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. That's that.
Why don't you show them the new palette, that palette, as it is. Go on and open it up. So that's what the palette for the e.l.f. contour palette looks like when you first get it. It's really nice. It's really pretty. So we're going to now move on to actually the contour palette, which Sky has right there, which is really nice. It's lovely. I love it. Personally, for the lighter color that Sky has on that palette, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all while I can.
This one?
Yes, I try to start with that. Try using that on the top of your cheeks here. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab my blending brush for this, if I can. So, I'm going to grab my blending brush, and I'm going to use the lighter color first right here.
I'm going to be special and use a sponge.
Yeah, you can use a sponge or a brush. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to try to use it on my cheekbones right here. I'm going to actually grab a sponge too, just to join in a little bit.
I'm going to be special by doing this.
So I'm going across. Now, I don't know if this is actually the correct process, but, you know. whatever. Who cares?
I don't know if it's changing. I feel like it's the same color.
It's actually a lighter color than what you have on, Sky. So,
Okay.
you'll be able to tell the difference. Okay, so I'm going to use that on the top of my face right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and actually define my eyebrow bones a little bit, too. Puts a little more depth. So then I'm going to take the next lighter color here, and I'm going to start building that hollow in my face. You guys are going to hate me because I'm going to end up bumping my mic.
Boom, boom, boom. Right, and you said go to the next color, okay?
Yeah. And you're going to want to place it kind of actually underneath your cheekbone where you start feeling the hollow. A great way to tell this, in my opinion, is by, sucking your face in. Making a fishy face, pretty much. And I try to go maybe slightly a darker color if you feel like it's not showing up as much. And this is entirely up to you. And I try to blend that in. Now I'm going to go ahead and move my headset out of the way so that way I can actually blend this in. So I want you guys to notice that when the light hits my face, you can actually start seeing that hollow form. On my face.
I feel like once I
You almost got it, actually. So I think the left side that you have, Sky, is pretty well blended. Try going, remember, to the corner of your mouth. So that way, yeah. So it's going to be a curve each time. Yeah, exactly right. There you go. So next, I'm going to go ahead and go towards my temples. And I'm going to start adding some contour there to build my facial structure further.
I hear you, cat.
I want you guys to notice I am using my blending brush by e.l.f. It's called my Ultimate Blending Brush, to be exact. And that's what Sky has, coincidentally. We just happen to have, like, the same products. This is totally not planned, I promise. And then I'm going back through and actually using a sponge, too. You don't have to do one or the other. You can actually do both. So, Sky, with that, I recommend that you go a little bit towards your that's the corner of your eye, girl. Your temples. Your temples are higher up.
So right here.
Yes, like right through here.
Like I said, I don't know my face structure.
So that's why I recommend that you feel around a little bit, right where there's the line of your bone, which is right where the corner of your eye stops. That's where you'll know when your temple starts. So it feels kind of soft, but not, after Sky's done that with that, we'll go ahead and move on to blush. I'm sure you guys know how to put on blush. You're big kids, I'm sure. Now, if you're 13, I get it. Don't worry. I've been there. I didn't actually start wearing makeup until severely, like a lot of makeup like this, till this year. Literally a couple months ago. Okay. So with a blending brush, I want you guys to go ahead and take note of this, is that I'm going to go ahead and go in circles and make sure that it is well blended. Always try to move your blending brush into a circle. That's as far as I know. And then with your chin, I'm gonna go ahead and make a note, have you guys take note of this, is that right where that crevice is underneath your lip and your chin here, go ahead and put the light color right here, the secondary color, to give your chin that depth. And you can use, yes, you can use a sponge, don't worry. Nice girl. And then,
I don't know how to put makeup on.
no, you're good. You're fine, girly. I'm gonna actually go ahead and, this is up to you guys. You don't have to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my nose a little bit. Okay, and there we go. Nose is contoured, face is contoured. What about you, Sky? Do you think that it's blending pretty well?
Yeah. What do you think?
So I think maybe if are you using only the secondary palette color for the contour, try using slightly the darker color too, but only do it towards like the very beginning right there, like yeah, right up there. You don't want too much. You want just a little bit and everything, and then you'll start blending that into the lighter color that you have on your face. How's that look? Is that better?
Hold on, let me get a better corner. Dab, dab. Dab, dab.
Okay, and then bring that one color and you'll go in circles towards the corner of your mouth. Yeah. And actually, personally, for that, what you're using, your blending brush is great. You can also use the sponge. I know you wanted to try that sponge. So.
It's like a natural habit with this.
So you're going to take the corner of that and then you're just going to brush towards the corner of your mouth.
Yeah, because that does look.
Is that better?
Yeah. I feel like I did this side perfectly, and then when you look over.
No, that looks good.
I gotta get the blush out. Already have that.
Okay. Now that we've got our facial structure with the contour palette,
Shiny.
we're going to go on to our blush. For me, I use the shade. She uses that. I don't know what that is.
I'm using Unica. I don't know what color, but it's Unica.
So I'm using the shade Mauve for me. And this is the Maybelline New York Fit Me. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it's a little square. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my blush brush by e.l.f. It's called a angled blush brush.
I'm just using a paintbrush looking thing. Like a blush.
So I'm going to take mine, and the way mine's shaped, as you guys can see, it's small and then it gets bigger. And always, if you feel like you have extra, this is what tapping off is called. You try to do it over your container, so that way you don't lose as much.
I did my eye.
So what I'm going to do is take the angled brush, and I'm going to go upwards towards my face.
I don't have an ink brush, so.
That's okay.
If you're like me, it's like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. That's perfectly fine. I'm in the boat with you.
Now, granted, I've had a bit of practice since I've bought this stuff. Now, I didn't know what I was doing, kind of, but, adapt and learn. That's a lot. Tap off into your container, girly. Or the lid. Tap off into the lid.
I lost the lid.
How did you lose the lid? Goodness. How is it sticking? What the heck? Like, do a hard tap.
If you want a good brand of makeup that sticks to everything you would need, here you go.
What is that? What does it say?
Unica.
Okay,
That's
that's...
why I go like this.
Granted, I'm angling my brush really weird because, yeah, I've got reasons. Now, with this, you're going to want to go along your cheekbone again for that. You can start from the almost temple, not temple, but like towards the corner of your eye and bring down. That's always good. Or,
I'm going straight into the hair.
Yeah, you start from like the edge of your hairline here and bring down. You don't want it bringing into your like hair itself, but try to start your hairline. So blush is done for me.
You can be special like me and just put it in your hair.
What do you guys think so far? Looking okay? If you guys want to rate us on how we did our makeup, go ahead, and if you liked how we were doing our makeup so far, go ahead and hit that like button.
What are you doing? He's just flopping himself into the door.
Anyways, so if you love Sky's comedy and everything, go ahead and go onto her channel. Her username for YouTube is SkySky99.
I'm gonna be over here trying to rip this open.
What is that, by the way? Is that your highlight? Is your primer?
Powder.
Is that your? Oh, it's finishing powder. I was gonna say. Okay, before we get to finishing powder, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce these guys to the highlight. So what I have is a highlight in Bake by e.l.f. I don't remember the shade off the top of my head, and it does not tell me on the back, I don't think. Let me see here.
This is fair to light, or light to fair.
Light to fair. Okay, cool. I use for my highlight and bake, it's called Moonlight Pearls by e.l.f. That's the shade.
Oh my god, it comes with a
It comes with its own applicator. Nice. So what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and take my highlighting brush by e.l.f. again. And go ahead, I'm highlighting my nose, my cheeks.
Sparkles. Should have had sparkles.
And my chin.
I got sparkles. Hold on. I got sparkles. That's blush. That's more blusher. Sparkles!
Alright, guys. So we got that done. And we're going to hold off, girly. So we've got eyeliner to do and eyeshadow, right?
Oh, eyeshadow?
Yeah. So let's start with our eyeshadow first. I have a really old palette for my eyeshadow. It's by Hard Candy. I don't even remember. It's called Green with Envy. I'm gonna personally go with kind of like a bronzy color for my eyeshadow. And then, granted, yes, I'm using my foundation brush. Shoot me. What are you gonna do? Because I don't have a very good applicator.
I got green. More pigment. I got purple. I gotta find the right one, so you gotta give me a minute.
That's okay. And
I have red.
try not to go on like your actual eye. I used to do that all the time. So I'm using the palette called Green with Envy by Hard Candy.
Where's my blues? There's black. There's gray.
And I'm using a darker color on the Green with Envy palette first, which is this weird kind of, goldish color, I think, maybe? Would you say that's more gold, Sky?
Yeah, it's kind of like a dirty gold.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm using green.
Ooh, that is like a really bright green.
And then I'm using my liner sharper blush by Unica. Again, this one. That is. Look, I gentle tap. Now we're going to do a
Oh
hard
my
tap.
God, girly. No, you need to do a hard tap. Yes. Okay. So as I'm doing this, I'm trying to make sure that this is on my eyes pretty well.
I got a beautiful green dot.
Okay.
I don't know how that happened, but...
My eyeshadow is done. Now we're going to wait for Sky a little bit.
That'd take a while.
She's a bit of a perfectionist.
I'm slow. I don't like how this green is coming out. I already got one eye done.
Try maybe just a natural brown or gold. Try and make it look natural.
Nope, I'm already committed. I got one eye green. I'm committed. I'm committed to this. Hold on, let me find my crisp. This is the crisp brush by the same company. Using it right here. Best. Trust me. Like, I can do eyeshadow. I can do eyeliner. Let me mix it a little bit.
Okay, so Sky's got this weird green going on. I don't know about me, but I think it's a little weird, but that's just me. If you guys like it, go ahead and hit that like button, no?
There we go.
Yeah, I can hardly actually see it, girly.
Yeah, I lost the bottle. That's supposed to prime it. So, yeah.
Okay, so I've gotten that done. I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyeliner. So I have like 3 different types of eyeliners, and I'm not entirely sure what to do. But let's go ahead and try. The eyeliner I'm going to go ahead and pick here for this is the Professional Makeup Eyeliner in Jet Black, I believe.
Close your makeup. Don't be like me, who will accidentally drop it everywhere and be crying for life.
So this is what mine looks like. For the eyeliner, it's by the company NYX, NYX. N is November, Y is in Yankee, X is in X-ray. Professional makeup, and it is waterproof. That's why I try, because sometimes I end up crying a lot for no reason at all. And it's in the color Jet Black, and it has a 24-month shelf life. That is 2 years.
I found this.
Oh, nice.
Velvet Touch eyeshadow palette, Island Breeze by e.l.f. I didn't. I have to look at it. Pretty.
I think you should use the brown and the lighter brown.
I can't even get the gloss.
There you go. Oh, that looks way better. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. I think it's a new. Or makeup.
Oh, it looks good, Sky.
Gotta put on my warm makeup. To me, it looked like I got purple eyes. Like I got a black eye. I think it's because it's purple.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually only going to do the bottom of my eyes because I hate doing the top of my eyelash. And I've already put on my eyeshadow. I don't know which comes first, honestly. It's really difficult. What's that, Sky?
I found e.l.f. eyeliner, waterproof.
And it's in jet black, or like, what is it? What color is it in?
Black. Waterproof black. It just said waterproof gel eyeliner. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, I found the color. Black. It's It's special. I'm gonna look into the goodie bag. Ooh. I got a berry strawberry? Strawberry? Lip liner.
Okay.
I got a glowy stick. I got eye cream. I got my brush cleaner. And stick.
I think I did. I think I got top of my eyes. So I think the technique of what I just tried to do is called tight lining. I think. Someone Google that and help me, please. And yes, I'm cheating a little bit by pulling my eye back. But it's like the only way that I can actually like get eyeliner on the top of my eye. Okay.
I just grabbed my eyelash, pulled them down. Paint is awesome.
So Scott, you don't need to even like do that. I'm gonna teach you something different a little bit. So try taking towards like the top of your eyebrow where your eyebrow bone is, pull up, and then you can look down while bringing that eyeliner underneath. Is that better?
No.
Oh goodness, it's gonna take practice.
My eye and I can't see right now.
No! Someone get a medic! Medic!
In a certain way. Like, how are you supposed to push the gel out more?
Twist.
Well, I broke mine. I think I broke mine.
Did you try the top part? I know mine. It's not a twisty thing, you know. I don't think. Yeah.
Maybe it's a pulley.
Nah. You might need more. So I'm gonna go ahead and close that since I'm done with mine. I don't know about Sky. So while she's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and put away my extra stuff.
Hopefully I'm drawing this right because I can't see. One eye is good. Gotta get the other one there. Okay. Satisfied with it?
Okay. So the next thing I'm going to move on to is my mascara. I'm using the Wet n Wild Max Volume Waterproof Hydrofuge Mascara. So that's what it looks like. It's pink and then it's shiny. It's pretty. It's expensive a little bit. It's got like a shelf life of, well, I don't even know because I took the label off a long time ago. But it's in black. I know that for sure, and it's waterproof. So that's what I try to use. Sky, what about you?
I don't have mascara.
I swear you had mascara. I remember you having mascara when we practiced this stuff when I was helping you the first time.
I lost it.
How can you lose mascara, girlie? You gotta keep it with your makeup. That's just how.
It decided that it doesn't want to be with it.
So it grew away and walked away. Got it.
So you're doing that. I'm gonna work on my lip.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell them what you got first?
I decided to go with one of Katy Perry's lip balm lipstick, bright red. I think it's called
Kitty Cat Matte.
Yep.
Okay. What color?
It is Crimson Cat Chatter. Yeah.
Wait, let me see. Crimson Cat Chat something. I can't see it because it's kind of, yeah. I can't see it. Girl, it's just because it's, yeah. So, is it actually but like, what is the brand that sponsors it? CoverGirl? Oh, okay.
So, what I do little lines.
While she's doing that,
I do 2 lines and then I go, just moving the bottom lip so where you're not putting too much on and you still got that beautiful.
ow. Guys, this is what happens when you try to put on mascara. And it's still wet. You don't dab off or whatever you call it.
And then I'm going to do a little bit of the lip with my e.l.f. of the berry starburst. Just a little. Oh my god, I think it twisted. What? So what I do, I go, I make like a oh-ha. Just in the corner. Because it gives you that little bit of fullness. Sometimes I mix colors. I got several different colors. Like I got, what is your name? Love Struck by Unique again. I like bright lips. So you can just dab and back because I love my back. I play like a little song in my head. Go bop 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 bop. Don't rub. Don't go like this. No, you wanna go.
Be like Donkey.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Old lady face. Like you know those old ladies that go.
I guess. I've never had any old ladies do that, though.
Don't do it too far. I wanted to make it look natural.
So what you want to do with that, Sky, is that you can always take like some toilet paper or a paper towel, and then you can, it's like you're biting onto it like you have no teeth.
Yeah, but I think I got paper towels and paper. I have.
Just fold it in half.
Really, really fluffy.
And that takes off all the excess. Okay, guys. I went ahead and did my mascara while Sky was explaining that to y'all. I didn't do my bottom eyelashes because that creates a lot of mess for me. I actually forgot to grab my chapstick, which is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and take off my headset and grab my chapstick. Don't mind me. I'm wearing painted pajamas and this t-shirt. So yeah, that's a thing. So let me go ahead and do that real quick.
I'm exploring makeup.
Okay, so for me, what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to use my strawberry chapstick by Chapstick, literally the brand. And make sure that I have hydrated lips because I have a bad habit with chapsticks being, well, chapped lips. Because I talk a lot. So, yeah, that's a thing. And then I have a lipstick that I use. It's by Rimmel London. I think Maybelline. No. I think maybe, yes. And it's in the color, the shade number 36 called Kiss. And it's got a shelf life of 30 months. So yeah, that's a thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take mine. It's a much lighter color, as you guys can see. But it creates a shine. And there we go. We have that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put on my Maybelline New York Master Kitty Cat.
This is the monster that was banging on the door.
I love cats so much. I have a cat, but, you know, he's kind of hiding away at the moment. So, okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and use my Maybelline New York New Master Fix by Face Studio Setting / Plus Perfecting Loose Powder. It sets, mattifies, blurs, smooths, it comes out in different languages now, and it's in the clear color, I'm pretty sure. It's a microfine translucent powder, creates a soft focus effect as it sets makeup, smoothes and mattifies undetectable finish. Swirl lightly over face with a powder brush, can be used alone or on top of makeup. And it's got a 24 months shelf life. So, Sky, what are you doing? What are you doing, girl?
I'm creating freckles.
Creating freckles?
Don't you see the very light brown?
No, you were being weird. That's what. You're doing too. No.
Makeup person, take a brush like this and just like.
So what I'm gonna do, actually, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my headset real quick, and this is what the powder kind of looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and tap off.
Oh, is that the finished powder?
Yes. So go ahead and tell them what yours looks like and what brand.
It's e.l.f. It's Shimmy Tint Finishing Powder. It's like the other one. Get it. Tap it. Tap. I do dabs. Yes. He's talking. He's singing. You want to sing to the world. That is what he's doing to me right now. He's singing to me. Yeah. What else? What else you want to tell the world? Yeah. You want to make another appearance? Okay. Here we go. Making another appearance. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So guys, that concludes my little tutorial for Sky to help her through trying to put on makeup. If you guys did like the video, again, go ahead, like. Preferably, we would like for you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you truly enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see more collaborations between Sky and I, go ahead, shoot us a message. We're on Twitter. We're on. I think she has a Facebook page for her channel and
I'm still.
everything.
I'm
Um,
still.
but if you guys really want to get in contact with us and everything, you're even welcome to shoot me a message on Twitter. And I'm everywhere. So, yeah. If you want to go to say Sky's channel, again that's Sky99, and again this is my channel on 14 Gamer Girl 28, and I hope you all enjoyed. Sky, you got any last words?
Broke my makeup.
Oh goodness, what are we gonna do with you? What are we going to do with you?
I am going to find him his tusk, and I'm going to put him in it. I
What
bought
are you
him a
talking
suit
about?
and
Oh
he
goodness.
hates it. That's its punishment. You were whining to get in, now you're whining.
Okay, so Sky, you got any words for your channel?
I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, I finally got Twitter up, so hopefully I can get that linked if I know how.
All right. Well, bye.
Keep it Nico.